Yo, what is up guys? So the new Ojama support actually makes Ojamas pretty good. And someone actually messaged me and was like, dude, Ojamas are straight fire. This is not even clickbait. I'm like, oh gosh, dude. I'm gonna watch some obscure combo that probably wouldn't happen in a real duel. But the thing is what I saw was absolutely amazing. Now, this replay over here was sent in by Crackerjack. There's a few other replays that I want to showcase off, but this one was straight amazing. Like, I gotta say, you definitely did prove Ojamas were pretty dang good. And like I said, I thought I was getting clickbaited into it, but I'm like, okay, what the heck? ABC Dragon? What the heck is going on? But when you see what happens in his first turn, keep in mind guys that the other guy did go first, but this is on the Ojama player's first turn. Watch what he ends up making. It's absolutely crazy what he does. He has like 14 cards we're counting on the field. He makes it so his opponent cannot link summon, and on top of that, he actually has a full board, and the full board actually allows him to negate stuff essentially. And it's just really, really strong. I mean, we got the Trigate Wizard over here. We see a lot of just really good use of the new support cards. And I'll also give you guys a deck profile, because I know Ojama is one of those decks that a lot of people just like making in general, just kind of a troll deck, although I don't think it's a troll deck anymore, because they get so much free advantage. I mean, look at this. He's completed the entire link board. He's got 2 Ojama parties ready to go, and then on top of that, he's got the ABC Dragon Buster. He's actually got multiple Firewall Dragons. Is this what Yu-Gi-Oh is? It's just make Firewall Dragon Turbo. Every deck needs to do it, I think, in order to be good. And we didn't even see a Soul Charge. I mean, granted, he doesn't have the life points to use it, but had he had some extra life points, yeah, Soul Charge would be absolutely amazing as like a comeback play, although he didn't really need a play over here, because like I said, this is pretty much a turn 1, I've won the game. Because his opponent, what are you going to do against like multiple Firewall Dragons, ABC Buster Dragon, and of course Ojama Party over here, although it's not like a really good back row for the most part. It's more so for like extra advantage. But anyways, it's just too much of an advantage. I mean, most decks just couldn't deal with this board, and he made it out of what I felt like was nothing, and there wasn't even a Soul Charge in play. So let me go ahead and actually showcase off some extra little plays for you guys, and then also I want to show you guys like another variant of the combo. It actually makes it easy. Well, easier is what I should say, to bust out the newer support for like the Armor Dragon, Ojama, ABC, like that kind of a build. Was it Chaz, right? Chaz Princeton? Or correct me if I'm wrong on that. Whoever runs it in the anime. It's some like really strange deck where it's like Union plus Ojamas, and it's one of those decks like they would never actually like function in a real duel. But I mean, the support does technically work for it, as you guys will see over here. And the other guy's playing some Pendulum Magicians. Goes ahead and makes the Heavy Metal Foes Electrum. Really popular Pendulum card for any Pendulum deck. But wow, like I said, I am super surprised, because again, sometimes people, I get clickbaited sometimes by these replays, and also by people messaging me saying, dude, this new thing is absolutely broken, you gotta try it out. And I try it out, I'm like, dude, this deck doesn't even work, you know. But again, Ojamas are looking pretty good with again, the new support that just got announced. I just went over it I believe yesterday, and they're already out on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. And people are showcasing off, like, look how much card advantage. He even loses his Rescue Cat, which obviously can extend the combo plays even further. He's got double Ojama Reds over here, so when this card is normal summon, you can special summon up to 4 Ojama monsters from your hand. Obviously, they're really easy to search out in this deck, because Ojama is also a pretty good card, and we also see him banishing the Ojama card to put back the cards, and then draw an extra card. Then he goes into another Ojama modification over here, so he's able to reveal the cards and then just banish some Ojamas from, you can reveal one light machine fusion monster in your X deck and banish any number of Ojama monsters from your hand, field, and or graveyard. And you special summon monsters with different names from your hand, deck, and or graveyard whose names are specifically listed on that card. It just works really well. I mean, of course, the double Firewall Dragon, this is what Yu-Gi-Oh! Has come down to. Make Firewall Dragon and make it so your opponent cannot play. But we also have another replay. This one was sent in, wait, actually, hold on, let me swap it. Wait, it still says Crackerjack. Hold on. This is the one we just watched that one. This one over here was sent in by Janky YGO, but I don't think this is a janky deck. This is actually a very viable build. We see the Cyber Darks over here, another one of those anime decks that got printed like the Legendary Fisherman, I believe, and just it kind of phased out. But like I said, the Ojamas are where it's at right now. I mean, just watch what you can see turn 1. I mean, the ABC deck hasn't really gotten hit. I know Link's kind of, in a sense, made it a little bit more difficult to bust out the first one, Tsukiyomi, ABC, Buster Dragon, before when they would go for like the Cyber Dragon Infinity, but obviously with like Gofu or Griner Golem, it's really easy to just throw out like a Decode Talker. But he actually busts out the XYZ, like the old ABC, like a variant of the alphabet monsters. But he busts out a Decode Talker. He's got the XYZ Dragon Cannon, the old school one over there, and he's got the newer one, the ABC Buster, and and he still has 4 cards in his hand. I mean, you guys made the deck look like it was a pretty viable deck, and I know some of you guys are like, dude, give me that deck profile for the deck. I'm not going to go ahead and give it to you guys. So let me go ahead and jump into the deck edit section. Shoutouts again to Crackerjack as well as Janky YGO. Now, at first when I looked at this deck, I'm like, oh gosh, the hands that you could draw with this could be potentially pretty bad. However, that's just kind of how like Ojamas are. I mean, like, obviously drawing them isn't ideal. However, there are a lot of cards where you can utilize, you know, having like, you know, those Ojamas in your hand. But let's go ahead and jump into the deck profile. So we got 2 copies of each one of the vanilla Ojamas. That would be 2 copies of Ojama Green, 2 copies of Miley Cyrus, Ojama Yellow, and then 2 copies of Ojama Black, and then we have 2 copies of Griner Golem. I don't know, I would bump that up to 3, but that's just my take on it. I think Griner Golem is just too good of a card. Just for like any of these builds that try to go for like spam Firewall Dragon, because that's honestly like what most decks do these days. Then we have 1A, 1B, 1C. Obviously, if you draw them, you can utilize them. It's not that big of a deal. Triple copies of Rescue Cat. This is something that got changed on the ban list, but their effects are negated and they're destroyed during the end phase, but that doesn't really hurt too much in this deck. Obviously, there are some decks that would like kind of lose out on Rescue Cat because it did get an errata, just as a heads up. For those of you guys that didn't know, this card did get changed. Its effect is changed where their effects are negated. But anyways, next up, we got 2 copies of Armed Dragon level 3. So for those of you guys that do want to build like the Armed Dragon, oh gosh, the XYZ Cannon deck, like that thing, it's more possible now, but it's just, I still think it's a little bit strange and it's a little bit obscure now, but maybe they're going to release some extra support for like Armed Dragons. I really think that they really should support like the level system. They need more level cards, and we need like you know, the horse level 15, level 20 or something. That would be pretty cool. I mean, I know it's a high level, but it should have like some type of like almost win condition in itself. But anyways, next up, we got 3 copies of Ojama Red and 3 copies of Ojama Blue. That's really what starts up a lot of your combos, as you guys saw in the plays. Just being able to add 2 Ojama cards with blue, which is really good. And then with Ojama Red, when it's normal summon, you can still summon up to 4 Ojamas. So going back to the point I made before, like, drawing them isn't the best, but you can still kind of use the cards later down the line. Again, with like cards like Ojama Red, just lets you just like spam the board. And we have 3 copies of Ojama Blue. So when this is destroyed by battle, as you guys saw, he was able to kind of crash his monsters. Took some damage because, you know, he's got 0 attacks, so it's not the greatest thing, unless of course you have the field spell, which we don't even play in this build. But the field spell is, I would say it's kind of outclassed for the most part, because you're not going to really be using Ojamas anyways, because the goal of the deck is to really support Ojamas in Link format. But anyways, yeah, or Link Era is what some people like to call it. But yeah, Ojama Blue is just a fantastic card. Next up, we have the Ojama Delta Hurricane. This is your win condition in some senses. So this one, you can only activate while you have Ojama Green, Yellow, and Black. And once they're face up on your side of the field, you get to destroy all cards on your opponent's side of the field. So it's kind of like Regeki plus Heavy Storm. Or actually, no, not Heavy Storm. Regeki and Harpy's Feather Duster can be definitely pretty powerful if you get to combine them. Next up, we have 3 copies of Odrid Magic. So whenever it's sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you get to add 1 of each Ojama green, yellow, black from your deck to your hand. So let's just search out like the vanillas. And then we have 3 copies of Foolish Burial Goods, which can utilize itself well with the new support. Next up, we have Soul Charge. As you guys saw, we didn't even need it in both the replays. Didn't even need it, but it definitely can help out because you can cycle through those Ojamas relatively fast, and it just kind of helps you make some of your combo plays. And again, even if you have like really low life points, you can go Soul Charge for 5 cards. At the end of the day, all that really matters is you're able to bust out the Firewall Dragons, maybe a Tri-Gate Wizard, so your opponent cannot Yu-Gi-Oh! But next up, we have the Trey White. So we target 3 level 2 or lower normal monsters in graveyard, which, you know, Ojamas have to be targeted, and you get to get all of them out. Next up, we have 3 copies of each one of the new Ojama cards. So I'm going to go over their effects really quick because, you know, it's kind of important for any players that are interested in running the deck. So first off, we have Ojama Modification. So you reveal a light fusion, machine fusion monster in your extra deck and banish any number of Ojama monsters from your hand, field, and or graveyard. Use special summon monsters with different names from your hand, deck, and or graveyard, whose names are specifically listed on that revealed card. So that's why you only need one copy of each, and you can just like kind of spam the cards anyways. And then also, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 3 of your banished Ojama monsters, shuffle them into the deck, and then draw 1 card. So this card not only like replenishes itself already, but it lets you just spam the board with 3 like extra cards. It's crazy. And then obviously, if you're running some other like Union builds, you can definitely proc some Union effects, which can definitely be pretty nasty. But this is more of an Ojama build. Maybe you guys can build that in the future. And then next up, we have 3 copies of Ojama Matching. So you send 1 Ojama card from your hand or face out on your field to the graveyard. This is a quick play, by the way. And you get to add 1 Ojama monster with a different name and 1 Armored Dragon monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So that can kind of help you cycle just for extra like cards. And then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon 1 of those added monsters during your main phase. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 3 of your banished Ojama monsters, shuffle them in the deck, and then draw a card. So they basically get like recyclability, so you can really like get back your cards over and over. The reason why you're playing 2 copies of each instead of 1 copy of each is just so you can utilize just the amount of free advantage that you can get, and the off chance that you happen to like draw one of them, it can kind of hurt your plays. Or if you draw multiples, it just helps out if you happen to have multiples. So in case you draw some, you're okay on some of the cards that like you have like multiples of each. And of course then you get the extra draw power. And then 3 copies of the newer card Ojama Party. So if a light, machine, fusion, and or armed dragon monster you control can destroy a battle by card effect, except for hardened armed dragon, not that that's something that you play in this deck, you can banish 1 Ojama or Ojama muscle from your hand, field, or graveyard instead. This is a continuous trap card, and this says you can only use each of the following effects about once per turn. So let me scroll down here because it's got so much text over here. So the first effect is during the main phase, you can add 1 Ojama card or Ojama muscle from your deck to your hand, then you discard a card. That's where it comes in where I was talking about before. Like you can run some more obscure cards because you can get rid of them anyways. And then the second effect is if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon as many of your banished Ojama monsters as possible. So that works pretty well with some of the newer support. Really, really good stuff, and like the card is definitely going to be making the deck so much better. And what's funny is you're running basically like Link era or format decks, because it's just Firewall Dragon spam is kind of how you play Yu-Gi-Oh these days. So as far as the extra deck goes, we got 2 copies of the ABC Dragon Buster, 2 copies of Firewall Dragon, 1 copy of Guy Saber, 1 Trigate Wizard, 1 Extra Magician, 1 Proxy Dragon, 3 copies of Security Dragon. It really helps out with the Grinder Golem combos. Even though we didn't even see Grinder Golem in this video, it definitely showcases off, like, you know, you didn't even need it to go completely off. Had he had Grinder Golem, I mean, the combo would have been even more dirty. But next up, we have 2 copies of Link Spider and Link Crew. These are basically used for, of course, the Grinder Golem like extra deck. If you guys don't know what the heck that does, I've actually made a video specifically talking about like Grinder Golem and like whole Link era and format stuff. But yeah, Ojamas are definitely looking pretty good. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Ojamas in 2017. You guys think that they're much more viable with Links? Let me know if you guys think they're going to be competitive. It would be kind of cool if Ojamas became one of like the meta decks, just because I think it's kind of cool that they were kind of like the joke deck, but they're not bad. Again, completely not clickbaited by the replays. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing the new Ojama deck in action, utilizing Link era. But if you did enjoy the video, drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to see more Ojama videos. Hopefully Crystal Beast. Dude, could you guys imagine Crystal Beast Ojamas being meta? I mean, that'd be hilarious. Could you imagine the finals in YCS? Ojamas versus Crystal Beast. I would love to see that happen. Like the video if you want to see that happen as well. But thanks for watching, guys. And I am signing out.